Welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. I'm Grace Speroni, and today I am delighted to have with us Sara and John from the Drama Studio, a fabulous gem in the city of Springfield that offers incredible opportunities for our youth. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
So delighted. So, Sara, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Drama Studio?
Yes, so the Drama Studio is a youth theater organization located in the Forest Park neighborhood of Springfield. We operate out of a one-building historic district. It's an incredible Victorian building.
A must-see.
Yes, it is, absolutely. Our mission is to enrich and validate the youth experience in our diverse community, and we do that in basically two ways. One of them is our conservatory-style theater program. So conservatory-style means students come in, they take an introductory class, all students, and then proceed through a series of classes to intermediate, to advanced, deciding what it is they want to focus on. They can take stage combat and Shakespeare and improv and really pursue their own interests. And then alongside that, we produce a full season of plays, 2 main stage plays and 2 one-act festivals, which students can participate in to hone their craft. And then in addition to that, we have strong partnerships with the local public schools, and we're really focused on innovative literacy outreach and how drama can be a tool to help students learn and grow and succeed academically, particularly with reading and writing.
And I was just thrilled. So when I went there, I was just thinking, plays and just acting, that's all. But there's so much more to it. And to your point with the literacy, your students are writing and creating beautiful storylines and sharing their way and interpretation of how to tell a story, be it their journey or whatever the topic might be. And I was like, they're doing so many great things here. And we'll touch on more. John, I didn't mean to take away from you. Tell us your role in the Drama Studio.
So my role is actually minimal. I'm just president of the board, but also grandfather of a student who goes through the summer programs, who doesn't live in the area. So when he comes down for the summer and he does those programs, and it was eye-opening to see his participation, because he started from you're forcing me to go. I said, just go that first day. It's only a half a day. He finished that half a day and he would not stop talking about it for the rest of the day. Went to bed that night and said, I can't wait to get back there. Finished up his week and said, I am coming back next year, and I'm coming back for a longer period of time. He just loved it. And he's gone through his 3rd or 4th year for it, but he is very gung-ho. And we can see the change in him, and just how he's grown with his poise and confidence in front of people. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's amazing all the things that you can learn there. Mm-hmm. Having that poise to speak and to stand in front of an audience and maybe be able to deliver, even if it's just, your peers, to be able to deliver your message effectively, right? That's not something that we're all born with. It's something that you work on, and you can get that along with so much more at the Drama Studio. It was amazing to me. Like you build studios, you build sets. Mm-hmm. So there's that piece of it. There's the writing and lighting, all the technology that goes into. Yeah. Like I never looked at it from that perspective, and it was like in the costumes, I was in awe of that. I love that closet. It was like, yes, but that's a beautiful way to express your creativity. Some people paint, some people sing, and we've had quite a few successful folks from the Springfield area that have been recognized for their costume creations in big movie scripts and things like that we all hear about. But they came from Springfield. And then when I was home that night after my visit, I'm like, I wonder if they went to the Drama Studio. Maybe that's where they learned all of this. But there's so many ways to get involved there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things that's really wonderful about our program, too, is students are working with and learning from professional local artists. So our costume designer this year, who's incredible, is an MFA student in costume design at UMass. And in our upcoming production of Pride and Prejudice, which is a very costume-intense show, they're going to have a student assistant who's a local high school student, and will be able to work with someone who's a professional in the field, who's getting that advanced degree in order to do this kind of work. So we really want students to not feel like they're in the children's theater bubble, but they're producing excellent work with artistic integrity, and we honor that by putting them together with local artists.
So you rely on the community. You partner with the
Absolutely.
community on so much of what you do, and you've had great success with the Springfield school system. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yes, and feel free to step over
Sure.
me anytime you want to say something. So our flagship outreach program is called Theater Readers, and a teaching artist is in the classroom. We're working with primarily second grade students at least once a week for an hour, on average, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, and using theater tools and techniques to uplift what the curriculum is. So it's not putting on a play. That's an easy mistake that people make. They're like, oh, you're going to put on Annie. But no, the teaching artist is coming in and they're doing story comprehension. They're bringing characters from the books they're reading to life. They're doing writing from the perspective of different characters. They are improvising scenes and monologues from their own experiences and telling their own stories. They're doing a lot of vocabulary work. Embodying vocabulary is a great way to learn and remember it. They do spelling words with theater. It's an incredible and powerful tool to bring learning to life and make it real and immediate and concrete. And the winter shorts, which we are currently in the middle of, we have a new program that we just did this year with 100 third grade students co-wrote a play, which combines their stories with the myth of Pele and Namak, which is a myth of island creation from Hawaiian mythology. And our students, from a large group of students from 9 to 18 years old, staged this play. And then the third graders came on school field trips to see it, to see their own words being performed by other young people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
How
develop their
exciting.
writing skills. I saw it on Sunday, and it was just amazing production. I mean, it was, and the wonderful thing about drama studios is that all the productions are so professional, and I mean, it was like a flawless production. There was a lot of students involved, the 9 through 18-year-olds, and I would have loved to have seen the reaction of the writers on the school watching their work being performed there on the stage. All these third graders, that would have been fun to see.
It was wonderful. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we are supported by generous funders for that work, including the Massachusetts Cultural Council, the Springfield Cultural Council, and Community Foundation of Western Massachusetts, along with generous individual supporters and business sponsors.
That is wonderful. And that's, I think, because of the great work that you do there. And I was just kind of saddened that it took me so long to discover you.
Yeah, we've had
It
people
was
say,
like, oh my gosh, they've been here, and where have I been? And you also take in students from outside of the Springfield school system.
yes,
Right. So you have students, because we're the ERC5, but you have students from Wilbraham, Hamden, Longmeadow, East Longmeadow, Ludlow.
Very much so.
It's amazing.
And it's a really important part. I mean, I mentioned part of our mission is our diverse community.
Yes.
And we pride ourselves on the fact that the drama studio is a place where students meet and form lifelong friendships with other young people who they would not otherwise meet. Because a lot of times with young people, you make friends at school or in your town sports league, or it's very limited to your town and your parents' friends. And so for students from different geographic and economic and cultural backgrounds to be able to come together enriches and uplifts their individual experiences as well as our community as a whole.
Yeah, I love that. There is within the walls of the drama studio, there is a beautiful community that is thriving in there, and that's like what you wish for all of us, right? You just wish that we could all come together and love what we're doing with the passion that these young people have, and are able to create and express and respect everyone in such a beautiful way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we've
do
had
great things
wonderful
there.
donors that have helped to contribute for scholarships so that, students from, particular areas where, you might not have all of the funds to attend the after school program, they now can do that. And there's, they've been so generous. So, quite a number of students have joined in that way. I was surprised to find out that 3 brothers that I had separately mentored each one of them in high school, they're all from Long Meadow, and they had all been involved in drama studio. I'm like, what? How come I never knew about this? Never came up in the conversation. And it wasn't that they were involved. They were passionate about it and how great it was and what a wonderful experience. And the other students that they got to meet outside of Long Meadow, that they would never have really come across without something like this. So, yeah.
We have been told more than once, like, oh, you're such a well-kept secret. We're not
Yes.
trying to spread the word.
We're here to change that because, and I'm glad to hear that, I'm not the only one who is like,
yeah.
oh, wow,
Yeah.
look at what they offer. Look what we can do. So, because our time is coming to a close here and we don't have enough to just keep on going, but we'll do that when you return for another visit. Sure. But for those that are watching, how can they maybe come in for a tour? How can they find out what performances are coming up? Because they can take sponsorships, they can come to the shows. There's many ways. What is the best way for them to get in touch with you to learn more about what you're offering and take that tour? I highly recommend it.
It would be to go on our website, which is dramastudio.org. And that's a great way to learn about our classes, our productions, and also sign up for summer. Our summer programming is now open for registrations, and I very much recommend that. As does
he's signed up. He's already signed up for 2 of the camps already. He insists on it.
He's ready to go. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But what a great success story. And there's so many of them. Truly, it is a magical place. And I am so grateful that that you gave me the opportunity to tour, that you are part of the ERC5 community. And I can't wait to shout out to everybody the amazing things that you do there. Wonderful. You really are phenomenal. And thank you for making time to be with us today.
We're so appreciative.
Yeah. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you so very much. And thank you for tuning in today. If you'd like to be the next guest on Conversations with the ERC5 here at Stonegate Studios in Wilbraham, visit our website, erc5.com, and you may sign up there.